Hello, we are talking about Peacemaker Season 1 on the day that Peacemaker Season 2 starts.
Yeah.
So before we really jump into this, a little way into my brain is that Shane and I don't always talk about these things before. We usually throw a couple things.
Yeah.
We'll always say if we like it or not.
Uh-huh.
So I asked Shane, I was like, do you end up liking Season 1? And his response was just a bunch of cryptic emojis, like cursed emojis.
Yeah.
So I want to make some bold I can't talk. I want to make some bold claims up top. I own a Funko Pop of Peacemaker.
Hell yeah.
I bought the Blu-ray of Peacemaker. I really love this show. And if it is your favorite James Gunn project, I would fully understand that. I think the show's really, really, really good. Shane finally revealed to me if you liked this or not.
I liked it.
Yeah. Okay, well then I built this up in my head.
Here's the thing. I don't have super strong feelings either way. I feel like honestly, I think a good way that I think we could structure this episode is I kind of want you to sell me on it a little bit.
All right. No, let's do I'm super into that. But before we do that, let's talk Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Because this is where this originated.
Yes.
You and I are both big fans of that movie.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad, the James Gunn one, with John Cena as Peacemaker in it, the first time we see him. I really love that movie. I think it is a great comic book movie.
Yeah. I absolutely. It was in that weird period where the MCU started just to kind of trail down a little bit, and the DCU was like maybe they've got some heat. And that heat was this movie, and then they destroyed the franchise and rebuilt it because of James Gunn. They were like, please take this over. And
we'll talk a little bit about the weird canon issues that are now existed within this universe.
The end of the last episode, which no spoilers for now, but I'm sure we'll get into later, really adds some question marks into this shit.
So they have been doing a rewatch podcast, like James Gunn, Steve Agee, Jennifer Holland, and then guests have been doing a rewatch podcast of season 1, and then they'll do it for season 2.
Yeah.
It's been a ton of fun. I've been really into it. They tell great stories and also go off on crazy tangents in the way that a group of friends do.
Yeah.
It's a good time. So watch that also, or keep watching our podcast. But I have been enjoying...
Start here, finish this, then go over.
Yes. Yes. Hear me sell Shane on Peacemaker a little bit more.
Yeah.
But so what did you think of John Cena in that movie? And the fact that he originally died in it, like for real, and then the post-credit scene was filmed like a month or two after the movie finished filming.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to do a show.
Loved him, loved it. He was a great character, absolutely hilarious. John Cena in his like absolute best role to date at that point, like
for sure. I think just period. Like in terms of
for sure.
Role where he's able to shine as not only as like him, but as an actor, because I do think he does great acting.
Like, not to jump too far ahead into the show, but the absolute highlight, standout, best thing about the show is John Cena.
Yeah, like I have some feelings on a certain other character that I adore, but John Cena really does carry the emotional weight of this show flawlessly. I think he does an incredible job. Argument to be made that John Cena is the best like wrestler turned actor. For me, it's between him and Dave Bautista. Like those are the two.
There's no argument outside of that, in my opinion.
I know, but it's like, which one is it?
Yeah. Wait, we'll wait until the Safdie movie comes out. The Wrecking Machine,
the Smashing Machine,
Smashing Machine.
Yeah,
the Smashing Machine. Maybe The Rock will turn it around. We'll see.
He does look really good in that movie.
Unrecognizable.
I know.
Everybody always just he's unrecognizable in that. Is it Benny Safdie or is it?
That one is Benny, and then Josh Safdie is doing the ping pong movie with Timmy. Suicide Squad comes out and they announce this spin-off, and I think for me I was a little bit like, he died, like why are we doing this? Like, because the post-credit scene felt like a tack on, it felt like that guy originally died. For sure originally died. But I kept an open mind because James Gunn hasn't missed with a comic book property like ever.
Yeah.
So I was super ultimately excited about it. It came out and felt different enough from the Suicide Squad. It felt like a TV show, even from the marketing.
Yeah.
Which is one of the biggest compliments I can give it, is that it didn't spin off of a movie and then just feel like it wanted to be an 8-hour movie instead of a television show.
I would agree with that completely.
Because, yeah, TV used to be TV.
Yeah.
And I miss that. Like, something that Severance does really well. Severance feels like a television show.
Yes.
In all the ways that it should. Anyway, I watched Peacemaker week to week and loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. I think the first thing we need to discuss is the opening credits.
Also, like, maybe my third or fourth favorite thing about the show is the fact that the opening credits are genuinely impressive and fun.
Did you ever skip it?
Yeah, only the last like couple of episodes when I was just kind of like trying to get through to the end. Yeah. But I watched the intro like the first 5 episodes.
Legitimately, it's kind of the most unskippable intro ever, because I never do. I'm always like, this is so funny that they did this.
It's very good.
And it sets a tone for this show in like an actual like filmmaking structure way. It sets it because I know it was like written into the script.
Yeah.
It was like, do you want to taste it? Begins playing. They all dance like marionettes, no emotion, puppeted on string. Like,
yeah.
Who writes the opening credits into every single script to make sure it's like, no, we're doing this and we're doing it all the way.
Yeah.
I'm really into that. I think that is such a fantastic idea. It's, again, the most unskippable opening credits of all time. I really love it.
Yeah.
But the other thing I want to talk about, let me pull this up so I get them correct. We have lost the art of the episode title. Yeah. Everything is just like episode 1, episode 2, or chapter 1 or chapter 2.
Every single one of these episodes had a fucking name, baby.
So I'm just going to read them. Episode 1 is A Whole New World, spelled WHIRLED. They're all puns. Episode 2 is Best Friends for Never. Episode 3, Better Goff Dead.
Yeah.
Episode 4 is the Chode Less Travel.
The Chode Less Travel.
Monkey Dory is episode 5. Mern After Reading is episode 6. Stop Dragging My Heart Around is episode 7.
Dragon.
Yeah, like dragon. And then It's Cow or Never is episode 8. I genuinely love that because Barry did that in the beginning where it had episode names, and then by like season 3 it dropped that. I miss it. It was a structural thing. The show got way darker in its later seasons. Anyway, that is also something I love. But how do you feel about the cast? Let's start there. Like, we talked about John Cena a little bit. We'll talk about him more. But the general ensemble and their chemistry, what are your feelings on them?
The dude who, I don't know his name. The guy who plays Mern, is that his name in the show?
Yes, yeah. They call him Chuck. I can't remember how to pronounce his real
God damn
name.
it. That motherfucker is so good. He is so good in anything he is in. And I've only seen him in 2 separate James Gunn projects. He really needs to be everywhere, man. He's a really, really, really good actor.
So I know he does a lot of stage. I think that's really what he did. But that dude, I can see why James Gunn immediately went, hey, do you want to come be on Guardians 3? He is unbelievable. In everything. But in this show, he plays the weird, off-putting, kind of like charismatic, but there's also a lack of charisma. He makes a good villain, but he also makes a good sympathetic anti-hero.
Yeah.
I totally agree. That dude's the best.
Yeah.
I love this group of people. They're all kind of shitty in their own ways.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that I really love about this show, is that it drops you in with Peacemaker, who's terrible.
Yeah.
Drops you in with John Economos, who's terrible.
Yeah.
With Mern, who's terrible. Like, everybody in this show is shitty in their own unique way, but always this glimmer of like personality that makes you never fully disconnect, with the exception of Robert Patrick's character, who's the worst human being of all time.
Yeah.
The Augie Smith, the White Dragon.
Oof.
But dude, he's so good in this.
He's incredible.
It could be a career best for him. Like, he's been in a lot, and there's a lot I haven't seen him in, but it's like this and Terminator are the 2 that really stand out to me.
I'm trying to think. I know I've seen him in some other stuff, but I'm trying to. You very well could be right. Yeah.
To me, it's his career best of what I've seen, because I think he genuinely is. He commands every second he's on screen.
That's true.
In the worst way possible.
Yeah.
And which is, by the way, a very brave role for an actor.
Command spelled with K.
Yeah. Sadly true. How'd you think it handled all that, by the way? The like social commentary stuff.
That is part of the things I struggle with a tiny bit, because like I think it lands it. I think it lands the plane in the end. I think it gets a little shaky here and there, and I think it gets a little mixed with what it's trying to say here and there. And I kind of wish. Here's one of the things that I have about the show. I feel like to me, what felt like the central point of it was his relationship with his dad.
Yeah.
And the fact that ends in episode 7. And look, it carries on to in episode 8. But I feel like that should have been the big last battle. Not
fascinating.
Like,
okay.
Like, I feel like that moment where he comes up against his dad, that is the underpinning of the whole thing. Like every single
fascinating.
Like from that, for me, like every single one of these characters or him oh god, I can never remember characters' names. Adebayo. She's got her mom. She's got her relationship with Waller. That struggle. The blonde lady. I can't remember her name.
Harcourt.
Okay, yeah, I knew because I was like it's like hardcore, but I was struggling.
It's a specific name. Yeah. So is Adebayo and John Economos.
Yeah, they're all crazy. Harcourt. She's got that line where dads, you know what I mean? So it's like, it really felt like every single one of these characters is this kind of shitty person because of the environment with which they were raised. I thought that was kind of where they were headed with a lot with the alien stuff too. Like I thought they were going to play with like the kind of generational trauma kind of thing. And then kind of like and this is me thinking too far ahead and not just living in the moment, probably. I really thought that they were setting up the White Dragon to be the main antagonist for season 2 or something like that.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And so
I can see that for sure.
So for them to like kind of cut that story off to a certain degree, obviously it's still lingering. It's still a part of him in episode 8, but it really kind of felt like that moment needed to be bigger, longer, more important. And here's one of the issues I have with the show, and it's an issue I have with other James Gunn projects. Man, there are so many times where we've got really big emotional moments that get super undercut by bad jokes.
Okay, so we'll talk about that because I have gone back and forth. I've seen the show through 3 times. So I've gone back and forth on my feelings on how he balances the humor in it. But first, it's fascinating that you said it's between him and his dad, because to me, this is a story. I mean, it's about family. Yeah. I think that's completely correct. But and James Gunn has said as much, as it's really a love story about friendship between Adebayo and Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the center. And to me, it's the thing about friendship. It's about chosen family, which is the James Gunn thing. Yeah. That's what his movies are always really about.
But what's the thing that they can connect over? Shitty for parents, sure, but, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
But I like putting him in the situation where he has finished physically, finished literally this thing, and a guy like him would think, I'm over it, I'm done, now I'm free of my father. He's not. That's not how grief works. That's not how revenge works. That's not how generational trauma works. Yeah. Just because they're gone doesn't mean they're gone.
Yeah.
And then he's put in a situation where he has to make a choice, and he chooses family, which is something Augie Smith never would have done.
Yeah.
Never in a million years would he have like sacrificed his morals for one of his children. We see it throughout the show in genuinely beautiful moments of like lost family.
Yeah.
Because then you get like a character like Vigilante, who is maybe my favorite of the show. I love that freak so much. Who doesn't really have that like paternal connection. He's very much the best friend who nobody knows how to deal with, but he's always there, and he's kind of the most loyal of any of them.
Yeah.
Doesn't understand emotion, doesn't understand any of these things. So he is the comic relief of it all. But I don't know, for me it was never like, it was ultimately about family versus chosen family, and you're not defined by either. It's just how you choose to be within those things.
Right. But for me, that's exactly what you just described would have been a lot more meaningful if it was, instead of John Cena making the choice of his friends or the aliens, it was his friends or his dad. You know what I mean?
And look,
that would have been more more meaningful to me.
I do not disagree with that. I think that is something that would have been super interesting to explore. I don't know how to juggle both of those plot lines, you know?
Oh, yeah,
in a climax like that. Like,
and look, this is me. I want to be very clear. This is me theorizing a show that doesn't exist.
Yeah,
so, this
for sure.
is me, like, this is not, I would say, this is not fair criticism, necessarily. Like,
not unfair criticism.
What I wish was that his relationship with his father, that moment where he kills that part of himself and kills his dad, or attempts to kill that part of himself by killing his dad, would have been handled like more of an emotional moment, or part of the climax of the show more than it was. That is what I'm
all right, maybe.
The exact structure, that's all just me kind of, that's the unfair part of me trying to, how I would do it. The fair part, I think, is I just wish they would have given that moment, which feels very core. It is very core to who Peacemaker is, wasn't finalized in episode 7 without as much gravitas as I wish he would have brought to it. Because you know he can.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not going to disagree with you because I agree with you, but also time will tell with season 2.
Yeah.
Because Robert Patrick has come back for, have you seen any of the marketing for season 2?
Not a speck. Not a drop.
Do you want me to just pitch you the loose idea of it?
Sure.
So you know how there's the pocket dimension he goes into in this? They're doing it's a multiverse story, but exclusively about one world and another, and it's about him, the other world. Peacemaker's like a hero. Oh. His dad is still alive, and he's not the white dragon. His suit's like blue. So we don't know much about that relationship, but in the other world, he is seemingly in a relationship with Hardcore. Like everything is it's the exact same, just better there for Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Which I think is a fascinating story to tell about a guy like this.
I'm into that.
So we'll see how they explore this relationship with him having a potentially a father that's not a horrific racist and a white power Klansman man. Like,
I was really afraid they were going to try to spin it to where he's actually deep down a good guy. Like, I was really,
they don't even play.
I appreciate very, very deeply.
Yeah. So I'm going to be curious where we go, because I think if it was a movie, I would 100% agree with you that the father relationship needed to happen either last or simultaneous with the other plot finishing.
We're just giving more of a fucking punch, man. Like,
I don't know. The moment when he's actually like beating his dad to death is genuinely very emotional to me. Yeah. And then he just shoots him. Like you'll never be, and it's like over. Anyway, I would be fascinated to watch that version of the show genuinely, or see it as a movie where, you know, you have to tie things up more succinctly.
Yeah.
I'd be really curious about that, because I do like the idea of dropping him into the final fight at his absolute lowest, you know, where he's kind of losing it. Like, I think structurally that works for me.
Yeah.
But I would be fascinated to see the emotional punch. All right, now on to the, like you were pointing out, the undercutting of bad jokes. Which ones specifically are you thinking? Do you have any that like really bother you?
There was, again, I think a lot of it by the end of the season, like the dye beard. I don't think it's funny. It like, and it's not it's kind of not supposed to be.
Yeah, and that was what I was gonna say. Is I don't think it's supposed to be funny. I think that is where you're really supposed to harp on like Peacemaker as a character. At his core, he's a bully, and you don't, you know, like.
But here's the thing. I laughed like 3 times the entire show.
Really?
I did not think the show was very funny. And I don't know, maybe it was just the fact I was watching this completely alone. Mega didn't watch it with me.
Yeah.
And like, I could see the humor. And so it wasn't just being like, this show isn't funny at all. I just didn't think it was very funny. Like, I just didn't laugh.
Hey man, that's, you and I are going to disagree on that one. This was very much for me. Like,
some of it worked, and like some
I
of it,
the irreverence. I mean, I loved the specificity of so many of the jokes too. Like when he's like trying to type in Vigilante's code. Is that in this, or is that a thing I saw from season 2? I watched this a little while ago.
I don't remember.
I think there's a bit where he's trying to type in Vigilante's code on his phone, and he's like, "Oh, Vigilante's trying to tell him what the password is," and
that's from season 2.
Oh, is it?
That's
okay,
then I don't remember that at all.
I thought it was in the car after he threw Peacemaker's phone out the window. Anyway, the main thing is everything with Vigilante works. Like, I think that character is so good. And he finally found a way to do it where there's a character who doesn't understand emotion.
Yeah.
So, of course, that's how he would be.
Yeah.
That I don't know. Like, there's a sadness to a lot of the humor.
Yeah, like what you just described of like him kind of having to explain it, like explaining these emotions to Vigilante worked for me a couple of times, and then they just kind of do it like 5 or 6 more times.
But all of them are funny to me, you know. Like they, when he's like when he's trying to get arrested.
That was good. I liked that.
And he's like, well, easy, I have a leg injury or I have a toe injury or whatever he says. Like
that was good. I like that.
That's funny. But I also think there are so many where they don't undercut it. Like when he gets out of prison, when Vigilante gets out of prison and Harcourt's there and he's just like, I think I made things a lot worse.
Yeah.
Or when Peacemaker's playing the piano.
They play that dead fucking straight.
Yeah.
And they play that goes on for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Shout out. That's a good moment. I do like that. Like,
I mean, the moments when he kills his brother as a kid, which is horrible and so sad. They play so many moments so genuinely that I think I'm okay with. Like the moment when the first time he's like really genuinely opened up is it right at the very end when he's talking to Adebayo.
Yeah.
And he's like, after Eagly, he's like, don't tell V, but after Eagly, you're my beat. It's like, there's something about that felt so in character to me. And then her response is not to make a joke. It's just, it's like, there's so many of these moments that work for me but also I guess this just comes down to, it fit my sense of humor. Like I very much am in tune with the James Gunn, like kind of chaotic humor. I really like when they're trying to set the sonic boom off and her hand like is sweaty, so she drops it. It's like there's some tension in there that you kind of can't help but chuckle. You're just like, oh God, this can't get worse, can it? I'm into that. I don't know.
And look, that's a me thing. That's a me and James Gunn thing. There have been other things like that in the past where it's like, the one that comes to mind instantly is like the taser face from
taser face is like the worst joke in James Gunn's canon. Like legitimately,
and it lasts for so long. This show does not have a taser face.
No,
it is just not funny, and it lasts for like 5 minutes. It feels like it doesn't actually last for 5 minutes, I just think it's more of a me thing. I'm not saying it isn't funny. I'm saying I just didn't laugh that much. Like I didn't laugh as much as I expected. I didn't laugh as much as I did during the Suicide Squad. Like I thought the movie was way funnier to me.
I am not going to disagree with that. I think the movie's hysterical. Like it's also has to be a lot more economical.
Yeah.
With its jokes, which is just a movie versus television thing.
Yeah. Yes.
I
think that's accurate.
One of my recommendations, I'll spoil it a little bit, is Parks and Recreation. I've been watching it.
Yeah.
Rewatching it, but I was watching some of it. Oh, there we go. That's awesome. I've been watching some of it on Peacock, sadly, because on Peacock they autoplay like producers' extended cuts.
Yeah.
And there are like jokes that are funny in there, but every time one pops up, I'm familiar enough with the show to be like, that was cut for a reason. Like that's not that funny. It breaks. Anyway.
Yeah.
And what did you laugh at? Like, what were some of the jokes that did work for you?
I'm genuinely trying to remember. The him trying to throw the thing through the window and then like, oh, don't touch my pinky, like that was funny to me.
Did the torture scene work for you at all?
It worked okay. Like I didn't like audibly laugh. Like
it's specifically when John Cena looks at Vigilante and he's like, "Don't worry, I'm not going to give him anything." And Vigilante's like hunched over. And he's like, "You could give him a little." Yeah. Like that kills me. The scene inside the prison where he's like trying to goat the racists.
Oh, I love that scene.
Like to try to hit him, and he's just throwing the weirdest, most wild string of words you've ever heard.
Yeah,
in succinct. It's that actor I think is brilliant.
Yeah, I think he's really good. Is he British?
Also, he is British, and here's the crazier part: they recast him after they filmed 6 full episodes.
No fucking way.
he only beginning to end plays Vigilante in 6 and 7, and then most of 8 is him, but they had filmed a scene for 8 with the other guy. And so they had to cast based on the suit because they could not remake the suit. So most of the time, or all of the time in the first 6 episodes, when he's in full costume, it's not him.
Who is it?
The only time... I looked it up a while ago. I didn't really know him from anything.
Okay, fascinating.
But isn't it crazy to you? Because it's been baffling me since I found this out. They found the perfect actor to play this role second.
Yeah.
Like a guy that I can't imagine anyone playing this, which, by the way, this is not Vigilante from the comics. This is like the best retake on a character I've seen ever, I think. Where Vigilante from the comics is the most boring D-list character. If anyone tells you Vigilante is their favorite character from the comic books, they're lying.
They're an alien.
That is not true. Like, boring, straight over the plate, Mr. Serious killer guy. And in this, they went, well, what if he's like actually a sociopath?
Yeah.
Which I'm super into.
Yeah.
Everything, all of the humor with him really works for me. But yeah, I mean, look, if it's not your humor, not your humor. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, again, it's like I want to be clear. It's like this is not me degrading the comedy. It just didn't work for me. It just wasn't my bag necessarily.
Hey, fair enough. And it is a show that leans on its comedy too. You know what I mean? So it's like if it's not working for you, there's a lot that isn't going to work.
And I also really want to give it the caveat of I watched this completely alone.
Yeah.
Like, if I was watching it with you, I do think I would find it funnier.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, because I laugh
You'd
big
be cracking the fuck up.
Yeah. How did the action play for you?
Mostly good. Like, I think there's some moments where it's like, oh, a cut is kind of weird, or like, but if that just feels like because it's television and they're probably moving at a faster speed. But
yes,
I thought all the action
very COVID shot. So it's like they were very specific and had a lot of restraints in that way while making this show.
Yeah, no, I thought the action overall was really fun and cool and had some nice weight to it.
Yeah, the weight is what I want to talk about specifically. Is like when Judo Master shows up and like flings John Cena and they're outside with the sniper and his feet hit the top of whatever that structure is. It has so many of those moments where it's like clumsy in a very specific planned out way, but doesn't feel like it. Like a lot of people getting flung and like hitting something weird and flipping. That's really hard to do.
Yeah,
those stunts are intense. I'm really into that about the action design for the show. Because the Suicide Squad movie isn't like that.
No.
It has a much different sense of action.
Mm-hmm.
I like that about this. I like that the action has this kind of like heavy-hitting, clumsy, a lot of ragdoll kind of stuff. Like when they're fighting the gorilla.
Yeah.
It's just like... I like crazy. That fight a lot.
That
fight has
fucking insane. Yeah.
That one has a good sense of like every time you think somebody's about to die, they do it like 5 times in a row where somebody else shows up and then gets their shit rocked.
Yes.
I'm into that. The music. How does the music play for you? This is not, I don't think, either of our like favorite type of music, but purely from a like character story, like this, does it fit the vibe of what they're doing?
I fucking hate glam rock.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
Fair enough.
Again, this is just purely a taste thing. It has nothing to do with... There were some moments where I was like, this is such an inappropriate song for this moment. Like, it just doesn't fit the tone. And it was only a couple of times where I really felt like it was like really not... It clashed with the moment. Specifically... it's when they're playing Can You Taste It? Is that what the
title? Do You Want to Taste It?
Do You Want to Taste It? In episode 8, where they're like fighting.
Oh, man.
That super doesn't work for me.
We're gonna disagree on that too. I love that moment. I love the theme song of the show essentially playing during. I'm also a sucker for that structurally.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. But I don't know. The music is not my favorite. I wouldn't really. There's some songs I have on like a running playlist because they have a good beat and they're fast and loud. But it's not stuff I would just listen to in the car driving down the road. It's not my type of like rock or classic rock kind of stuff.
Like I went through like a Motley Crue phase when I was like in middle school.
Who doesn't?
But
you know
like
what I mean?
White
like
Snake, Poison, like that. Yeah. Most of those were not on rotation on my iPod.
I do not disagree. For me though, it works
on this
in the
iPod. There was no White Snake on this fucking iPod, baby.
I love it. In the context of Peacemaker, I think it really works. I think they picked good music for the character and for the design of the show.
I would agree with that. Mostly,
in the way that like James Gunn, like Suicide Squad, the music in that is super different. Creature Commandos, which you haven't watched, correct?
No, I've seen a couple clips, but I haven't watched it.
Creature Commandos is entirely different music than both of those, and Guardians is very different than these, and the stuff he picks for Superman is pretty different too. Like, I appreciate that about James Gunn is he doesn't just throw his favorite songs in.
No,
he throws like songs that do fit what we're doing. Now, whether or not they work for you, that comes down to your taste in music.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Other stuff.
It's like that's the thing is like there are a couple of things that in my opinion just like kind of don't work, and then there's just a bunch of stuff that I just don't that is just like a personal preference thing.
Yeah.
Like that is what I was kind of rubbing up against through a good chunk of the show, and it's all just like personal taste stuff as opposed to like an objective quality, you know.
Yeah, no, this show is very much, which is some of the best art of all time. Not saying this is amongst the best art of all time. I do think it's a very good show. I really love it. But some of the best stuff ever, the best compliment you can give, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the way things become truly great is by being really specific.
Yes.
And that's, like comedies. The best comedies ever are hyper specific to your taste.
Yeah.
Like Naked Gun is not for everybody, but Naked Gun is fucking funny to me, man.
Yeah, I mean, like Anchorman is like one of my favorite movies, and I would completely understand if you didn't think that movie was funny at all.
Yep. Yeah,
I would get it.
This, and I think James Gunn in general do fit that vibe. If Gunn is not for you, he's not going to change his style to be something different.
No,
like he may tone it up or down a little based on what he's doing. Like Superman is not as James Gunn as Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or Suicide Squad,
right?
But it's still big. And this, I think, he directed like 6 of the 8 episodes or something.
Yeah. He directed so much TV. Many of them.
And let's look at, dude, the thing we really talk about is he went from Suicide Squad, to this show, directly into Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Wait, did he not do Guardians and then the show?
No, so he did this, because I lived in Texas and have since moved when Guardians 3 came out, but I was... anyway, that's how I measure things, is what state I lived in. Anyway, so yeah, he did that, and then he got... before the Suicide Squad, he got rehired to do Guardians, but because of scheduling with how that all went down, they had to push it pretty far. So he did the Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, Guardians of the Galaxy, became the head of DC Studios kind of during the Guardians thing, and then immediately went into production on Creature Commandos and Superman.
Fascinating. Okay.
Is that not insane, the number of things he has put out? And the level of quality he has maintained across all of them.
Yeah.
Because even if Peacemaker's not exactly your thing, it's not a bad show. It's well-written, well-structured. Yeah. It has a ton of character, a ton of, it looks pretty good. It doesn't look... It's COVID. I blame COVID for that, because Season 2 looks better.
Yeah.
Season 2 looks more like a movie.
Yeah, I think that's just bad.
No, but it commits to its style in a way that I appreciate. Where it's not like dumber choice for it would have been to really do the things big that you can do and then fully change for the things you can't, and so it feels inconsistent.
Yeah,
he maintains a consistency across it, and I think in a way that's what TV is. But the number of things he has done in the past few years and the level of consistency is unbelievable. Yeah. I'm trying to think. In terms of directors on runs, Gunn has to be on one of the highest hitting runs ever,
He's definitely on a run, that's for sure.
Yeah, between Guardians 3 or The Suicide Squad, Guardians 3, Superman, that's 3 movies. I really love Peacemaker and I really love Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
There's 5 projects in a row that I have just been super into.
Yeah.
And before that, it was Guardians 2, which I really enjoyed, and Guardians 1 that I love.
Yeah.
What a guy. Good moves, James Gunn. I also appreciate that he just employs a lot of the same people over and over again. Yeah. He took the IT team from the Suicide Squad and made them major parts of this television program in a way that I'm super into.
Yeah. That's the thing is there's a lot of things in this show, and I mean this to its credit. There's a lot of things in this show that I do not like, and yet I still feel very positively about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even beyond the thing, there's a lot of music in it. And I don't like any of it.
Yeah.
and I still, yet overall, I still like the show. You know what I mean? That is to praise its writing, its the character work it does, the performances, and John Cena, genuinely. John Cena is so goddamn good as Peacemaker.
Let's talk about him more. Apparently, and this doesn't surprise me at all, actually, based on his like wrestling career and the fact that he is a funny person. But a lot of people who work with him say he's the best improviser they've ever worked with.
That does not surprise me even in the slightest.
He just finds a way to do everything right. And also apparently he does not break very often, which is the wrestling thing, I think, where it's just like you just gotta go with it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the those wrestlers are not going out there with scripts. Like they're going out there with bullet points at best.
Yeah.
Like,
So I think he does the best because we talk about this. He's playing a piece of shit, and yet you really are rooting for him to change, and to be a better person, and to like get over this thing that was done to him, right? Like the horrible abuse he went through, and all of this. Like you want him to let go of it because you like him. You kind of like Christopher Smith, even though he's awful.
He sucks, but I love him because he's fucking John Cena, baby. Yeah.
His commitment to wearing that goddamn suit in every fucking press thing he does is so funny.
Yeah.
But again, he handles the tonal shifts better than anyone in the show, I think.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Within his writing.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, he has a way of like, it's the scene when he's like crying and Vigilante shows up to his trailer and he's like looking away and how quickly he shifts into making jokes.
Yeah.
And it feels very like distractionary.
Yeah.
That's great. The music where he's like, the when he's playing the piano and she gives him the Dove of Peace gun.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, it's backwards. And she's like, fucking dick. And then he immediately drops back into just what is one of the saddest moments of the show, which is like, I don't want to kill people anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I would love to see him give just a straight performance.
Yeah.
Like now, because he did that at the beginning of his career in like action movies and stuff. But I would love to see him just plopped into a drama and like play that role.
Yeah.
Because I love John Cena. Outside of him working for an AI company there for a little bit, and I love him on like red carpets and interviews and stuff. He's so articulate.
He is so fucking smart.
Yeah, that dude is a genius.
He is so goddamn smart. He is so much smarter than people give credit to wrestlers. You know what I mean?
Yes, I think he like speaks multiple languages and like a great businessman. Really, and I also love that his like farewell tour in wrestling. He could have come in and out of the WWE for like another 5-10 years. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And he's just chose. He's like, it's not fair to everyone else who has to watch this if I've lost a step, and I've lost a step, so I'm ending it. I'm retiring.
Yeah.
I love that. I really respect that about him.
Yeah.
I think he only takes projects that he's like now in his career that he's like genuinely interested in, whether it's working with someone in particular or whether it's like there's something about every project he's picking that he likes. And I think I really respect that because sometimes you see actors take stuff and you're like, who did you owe a favor to? Or what contract
movie
are you
43?
trying to get out of? Yeah, movie 43. Yeah. Yeah, what contract are you trying to burn right now by just doing this?
Who is blackmailing you, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hugh Jackman, you've got nuts on your chin. Why are you doing this?
Dude, you know the weirdest thing about that movie is everyone is so committed. In movie 43, you're like, why are all of you this into this? If every single one of you phoned this in an unbelievable amount, I wouldn't even blink once.
For the love of God, please, Kate Winslet, stop.
I know. It's is there other Peacemaker stuff we want to discuss before I ask my final question about it?
Not that I can think of.
All right. Any favorite moments in particular, action scenes, characters, stuff like that that just stuck out to you as enjoying quite a bit or more than the rest?
Both
outside of Cena.
What's the little green man?
Judo Master?
Judo Master. Both of the Judo Master fights shred are absolute blast. The moments inside the goop factory, those fight scenes were like super fun. We're just like blasting people in the brain.
Yeah, Goop Factory's a good episode.
That's a good one. There are more that I'm struggling to remember.
Oh, you're good. We do not cover TV shows on this podcast all that often because there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
There's a lot of stuff to talk about.
And you watched this very quickly.
Yes, I did.
All right, so my final
episode today.
Yeah. My final question then is, are you excited for season 2? Or do you think you'll watch it week to week? Like, what is your investment level in season 2 of this show?
I am excited for season 2. I have a feeling I probably won't watch it week to week. I'll probably wait till it's out, especially since I just finished season 1. So I'll probably wait till it's out or at least mostly out and then catch up. But I'm excited for season 2. I know what I'm getting at this point. So like,
yes.
As far as
and season 2's bigger, it's going to be a bigger show. It'll have a bigger budget. Yeah.
Like, yeah. If it's season 1 but better, then I'll what's not to like, you know?
Yeah, I know. Like I mentioned at the top, the Peacemaker season 2 has started the day this drops.
Yeah.
And I know that no one has seen the last 2 episodes.
Wow.
I know, like, all of the...
Even
like,
James Gunn?
Well, yeah, no, he edited them blindfold. They're going to be terrible.
It's just a podcast.
Yeah. It's just a podcast, yeah. No, but, like, I think he even... I don't know if this is true or not, but he's like, my publicists haven't seen it.
That's insane.
Like, and I think it's because it is important to the grander DCU, like, of stuff and of world and things like that. But he also has said that the last 2 episodes of the season are his favorite thing he's ever made.
That's insane.
Well, he says Peacemaker's his favorite thing that he's ever
That's
made.
Insane.
Like, the show. And I get it. Like, you have to, like, he's working with a ton of his friends that he loves a lot on a show, so he gets to spend a ton of time with them. I think he's probably, like, working through his own stuff with whatever the show's about. And it's the most, like, found family of his found family things where he gets to let them be shittier than the Guardians get to be.
Yeah.
Like, I think it is very James Gunn thing. And again, like I said at the top, if this was your favorite James Gunn project, I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah.
It is very particular, and if it's your particular thing, I totally get it. Not my favorite, but I really do love this show.
How is it not Superman, man?
How is it not Superman or Guardians 1? Like, those are the two where you're like, those should be...
I could understand why Guardians 3 would be your favorite, but man, for me, it's Superman, baby.
Or the Suicide Squad. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of comic book fare.
Squad.
Yeah. To me, Superman is probably his best thing that he's made.
Yeah.
While also being his messiest, you know, in all of the coolest ways that I like.
You think it's his messiest?
In terms of the fact that so many people are walking out like, I really had to, like, I don't know, this was going on and that was happening and this over here. I think it works because it's a comic book movie, and comic books inherently have this kind of, like, things popping in and out, and that's part of it. And I think it handles those things incredibly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't think it was messy. I didn't.
It's not messy to me. Yeah. I follow all of it. Like, you know what I mean? But I just have, like, I was talking to my cousin.
I'm just better than everyone.
Yeah, we're just smarter than you.
We're just cooler and smarter and better in every way.
Yeah. I was talking to my cousin, and Superman came up, and I could tell he was not really into it because he kept just throwing out random, like, cinema sins-like things. And I was like...
Shoot me in the face.
And I was like, nah, man, like, this show or this movie fucks.
Yeah.
Like... Again, it's like if Superman wasn't your favorite of his movies, I'd get it.
Yeah.
It's very specific. Like,
no.
But
no.
You have no joy in your heart and you're not into fun things, but
that's it. And you suck a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Your cousin does not suck a little bit.
No, he doesn't. He's wonderful. So yeah, anyway, I really love this show. I love Vigilante. I cannot wait for season 2. I
hope his toe heals.
I hope his toe heals.
I hope he's able to walk. Oh, wait, hold on. We haven't talked about Eagly yet.
Oh, yeah, we haven't mentioned Eagly.
Oh, fucking everything with Eagly absolutely shreds. I love it.
Crinkle a bag of chips.
Absolutely. Yeah, the crinkle a bag of chips. That was funny. I liked that.
Yeah.
Basically everything with Eagly. You give me and like, holy shit, the CGI for the fucking eagle looks phenomenal.
There's like only a couple points where it doesn't work, and it's then barely, you're like, that's pretty sellable. Like,
yeah, no, everything with Eagly really, really worked for me.
The moment when he hugs Peacemaker is so sweet. Like,
both times.
Yeah, it's so nice. I love it.
Yeah, everything.
Good
I was
show.
Terrified that eagle was gonna die, and I was like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, but he doesn't. They trick you. So Eagly's back.
I mean,
and has a nemesis played by Michael Rooker in season 2.
Of course, we got to bring Michael Rooker into it. It's not a gun project without Michael Rooker.
It is really not. He's one of the robot voices in Superman.
Of course he is. Is Nathan Fillion in season 2?
Oh, I have no idea. Well, Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner, so I would know. Oh, he is in season 2. The Justice Gang does show up. That's in the marketing. Is Hawk Girl and Maxwell Lord and Guy Gardner are there. So dumb. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's our B segment?
B segment. I'm gonna give you the name of a movie or television show, and you're gonna have to tell me if John Cena was in it, because this motherfucker's been in a lot of shit.
Fantastic. I'm so excited.
So I'm gonna give you some names, and you're gonna tell me whether or not this is indeed a James Gunn project, or not James Gunn, a John Cena project.
John Cena.
Are you correct? Are you ready?
I am so ready.
This is in chronological order. I'm going to give you the name and the year that it came out, and you're going to have to tell me if John Cena was in it. Are you ready?
Okay, word. Let's do it.
The Marine, 2006.
He is in The Marine, yes.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Psych in 2010.
He is in Psych. I know that for a fact. Pause on The Marine. Robert Patrick's in that, and that is John Cena's first screen role. They were funny enough in that together.
Oh, I didn't know Robert Patrick was in that.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie, but they talk about it on that podcast. Robert Patrick brings it up that he was like, I was in a screen debut. Like it was a really sweet moment. Anyway, Psyche, he is in Psych, and he also appears in the Psych movie, the first one.
Of course, I knew. I thought about bringing the Psych movie into it as well, but no. Hannah Montana in 2010. Was he on Hannah Montana?
I have no idea. I'm gonna guess no.
That motherfucker was on Hannah Montana, baby.
I guess that makes it. Was it like Super Jorts wrestler? I'm guessing John Cena.
I'm pretty sure he plays John Cena.
Yeah, makes sense.
Fred the movie in 2010.
He was in Fred the movie. Yes, he plays Fred's dad, imaginary dad.
Fred 2. Does he show up in Fred 2? Okay, does he show up in Fred 3?
I think so.
Okay, but does he show up in Fred 4?
There was a Fred 4.
Fred 4, the Fred and the Furious.
I want to believe that he saw the Fred franchise through to the end. So yes, he showed up.
No, because that movie doesn't exist, actually.
Oh, okay, thank God. I was like, are you kidding me? There were 4 Fred movies?
The Fred and the Furious is maybe the best thing I've ever come up with.
But that's the thing, is that would be what that movie was called.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because it's Fred 2, Night of the Living Fred.
Do you guys remember Fred?
No. I don't remember many things, and I'm glad.
What a particular era of the internet, along with like Annoying Orange.
I was just about to say Annoying Orange. You fucking read my mind.
Yeah.
All right, number 8 on this list: Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery.
He is in that. Yes.
Hell yes, he is. Hell yes, he is. Parks and Recreation in 2015.
Oh fuck! No, he doesn't show up in Parks and Rec.
Yes, he does.
Which episode?
I do not. It's in season 7. I do not remember him showing up in Parks and Rec.
Okay,
it's
so
on his IMDb.
Today I finished season 6 and do not. So I'll start season 7 and get back to you.
Super fun explosion or whatever, the Parks and Recreation.
That's right. He shows up on Johnny Karate's show.
Yeah,
and I think gets dunked or something.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it is. Okay.
So yeah, he does show up in Parks and Recreation in 2015.
I love you, John Cena.
Surfs Up 2 Wave Mania in 2016.
No,
he does indeed show up in Surfs Up 2.
I didn't know that was a movie.
I think his character's name is JC. For John Cena? Fantastic. Or for Jesus Christ?
Could be both.
Could be both. Tour de Pharmacy in 2017, which I believe is a movie about the...
Oh, I've seen that. It's like a parody movie on a biking tour thing. Yeah. It's like the Lonely Island guys.
Yeah. Does he show up in it?
He does. He does show up in it.
He does indeed. Okay. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 2018. Does he show up in that?
Oh man!
Which this is a television show.
I'm gonna say yes, just because I want to believe that he was in that.
He did indeed voice. I can't remember what the character was, but he did.
Awesome.
Did do a voice. Doolittle in 2020. Was he in Doolittle?
He was. He played one of the animals, didn't he?
You are correct. He did show up in Doolittle. We've got 2 more for you. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem in 2023.
He was. He played, I can't remember if it's Bebop or Rocksteady. He plays one of those 2.
He's the voice of Rocksteady. And then last but not least, we've got Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the spin-off television show. Does he voice
the
character?
Yes. I'm going to guess he comes back.
No, he does not.
Oh, bummer.
So of that list, there were only 2 that he was not in. One was fake, and the other one he doesn't actually show up
because that man just says yes to projects for fun. Like
I can't tell you how long his fucking IMDb... 2011, he's in like 15 things in 2011. It's
also
crazy.
before we move on too much, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, please watch that movie. It's so good.
Movie fucks so incredibly hard.
I really love that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, good game.
Good game. Recommendations? Got something specific. You go first because mine will have absolutely nothing to do with anything.
Okay. Mine has nothing to do with anything really. The world is a nightmare hellscape that I'm sick of every time our government opens their mouths. Yeah, every day I wake up. So I've been needing a pick-me-up. So as I mentioned earlier, I've been rewatching Parks and Rec. And if you are like me and feeling very pessimistic about the world and about government and about all of these things, watch that show. It will give you just a small glimmer of hope that it can be like something else. And I know that show's very silly and big and fun, but what it promises is if you have civil servants who genuinely care and are willing to fight the fights, good things can happen.
Yeah.
I needed it, so I've been, over the last couple of weeks, rewatching Parks and Rec, and it has very much cheered me up in a lot of ways. I love that show. My hot take is that I like it more than The Office.
I don't think that's Parks and Rec. Take.
I don't know. I just maybe I don't know. Anyway, watch that. But my other recommendation is go see The Naked Gun.
Yeah,
it is absolutely hysterical. I love that movie. I more people should see that one. And go see Weapons because Weapons is incredible. Weapons is such a good fucking movie.
Hell yeah.
Zach Kreger, whatever your Resident Evil movie, I'm very excited for. I just
who the fuck knows what that's gonna be.
Yeah, also, Weapons is making a ton of money, and it's just proving that, like, a very adult horror movie can still, you know what I mean? Like, between
horror
Sinners
movies and... always do this.
I know, but, like...
It's like the proof that people could do this, but they only want to do this for horror movies for some reason.
Yeah, but, like, Sinners super overperformed, and Weapons is super overperforming.
Yeah.
Those two movies are, like, really proving that, like, the original aspect of it is also something that is way underplayed.
Yes.
Like, horror is the genre keeping movie theaters open because people go to these movies 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, you got to go see this, and they go see it with their friend. Anyway, those are my recommendations.
I have... So, Spencer, I've mentioned to you I've been working on a project.
Yes.
Recently. Yes. I finished the project... And so this is like more. This is a recommendation to do something with your hands and make something cool. So I made a computer. The computer people out there will know what a Raspberry Pi is. So I first with like Severance and Loki, these weird, funky 70s, 80s. Terminal style computers. I have been wanting to make a machine that sole purpose is to help me write movies. Is to help me write in ways that I haven't before. And so I made one like from scratch. I put the added the software myself, super customized it to be like Windows 95. There is going to be no internet. There is an internet on it now to get it set up, but there's not going to be any internet on it. I'm going to completely disconnect it from the internet, and its sole purpose will be to write. When I get on it, it will only be for writing purposes and writing purposes only. So yeah, I've spent like literally the past month working on it. I know the vinyl around the mouse does not look good. That vinyl,
I think it's fun.
That vinyl fucking sucked to work with. But yeah, so welcome to Pine Computing. I even gave it a name.
Let me ask you some questions because I'm interested in what writing software do you have on? Oh, I love the yes.
That's the hard switch. Turns all of it on at the same time. That was hard to do. I have Trelby on it, and then I have a separate like idea software on it. I'm gonna start sharing.
Cool. I don't know. I don't know Trelby. I don't know what that is.
It's a screenwriting software. I would say it's a bad screenwriting software, but it's free. It's open source, and I could get it on my Raspberry Pi.
How? In terms of like getting a document off of it, if it doesn't connect to the internet, do you just have to plug in a hard drive and then plug it into your other computer?
I have I could pull it up again, but on the front panel, there's a wood panel. If you take that off, which you can take it off, it's not magnetized right now, but it will be magnetized to the front. There are USB ports, so I can plug in a flash drive and get stuff off of it that way.
That is such a cool idea to put like a wood panel over it. It's a great design choice. Yeah, I'm into that.
There's one last thing I need to do, which is to make the logo, put the logo on it with I designed a fictional 70s computing company called Pine Computing. And designed a little funky logo for it and everything. So
that is, dude, legitimately super cool. This is like an awesome. You've been telling me about this for a while, and I've been very curious when it comes to fruition, what it will be.
Adam Savage on his YouTube channel Tested talks a lot about like when he's replicating projects or replicating props from movies and things like that. He isn't necessarily looking for perfection. He's looking for a feeling, you know?
Yeah,
Like when he even he owns a piece of the actual props used from several movies. Like specifically, he owns from the Bourne Identity.
Yes,
the deposit box that he pulls out. Adam Savage owns the real deposit box.
Yeah,
and he modified it. He actually took the thing and changed it because there were certain things about it that weren't, because in certain close-ups it looks one way and then the actual thing he pulls out is different, and so he modified it to act more similarly to the ones in the close-ups and stuff. And so he's like I said, like when he's doing these things, he is looking for a feeling. And so for me, writing on my MacBook is not the feeling that I want when I sit down to write. And so I wanted something that felt, I wanted like a funky computer terminal. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm building it. And so
writing in particular above most other like creative endeavors is so much about like there's a specificity to it. Like for me, I don't have an issue writing on my laptop.
Yeah.
But I need to be in very particular places. And every project I've written is a little bit different where I want to be.
Yeah.
Like I have to kind of find it every time, which is terrible, by the way. Don't get into that habit.
Yeah.
But like one feature I only ever wrote in my bed, like because it was when I was in college and I was doing my homework at my desk.
Yeah.
And so I never wanted to sit at my desk to write that thing. So I would always sit in my bed with a pillow on my lap and my laptop on top of it. Usually I write in the dark. I write, one light on maybe, which I know is not great for my eyes, but I have midnight mode on. It's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Then I wrote the one of the other features I switched from a night writing, because that was how I was, to a morning writing.
The night writer.
And I sat at the kitchen table facing away from the window.
Yeah.
Every morning, and I would do it, and I'd set it up before, and then I would go for a walk, and then I'd come back, open my laptop, and go right into writing.
I remember.
I wouldn't do anything. Yeah. It was the best, most efficient writing I've ever done. There were days I busted out 20 pages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was amazing. And then this other project I just finished writing, not just finished, it was a couple months ago, but that was kind of all over. Like I really had to figure out where I wanted to be to work on it. And it's hard. It's like to find a good creative space or a good creative function.
Yeah.
And I think you've done that incredibly. I think this is such a cool idea.
Yeah. I just was looking for a feeling, man. And I had to fucking build that feeling. I have not done any serious like woodworking. That was also part of it, is I really did not want to make this out of wood because I wanted it to feel plastic and metal and retro in that kind of way. But the only thing I really could do, like, look, I could have 3D printed some shit, but I couldn't 3D print big enough that I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to try to make this wood feel as not wood as possible. And so I had to really get into like really fine woodwork. It's not fine woodworking. The idea of fine woodworking was in my head while I was doing it. Literally the past like almost over 2 weeks, every single night after I get off of work, clock out at 5:00 and I'm immediately in the garage working on it. I've done almost nothing other than working on the computer for the past 2 weeks. I finished it. Other than the logo, that's one thing I have left to do. I finished it an hour and a half ago. Like right before we got on the podcast, sick. I added the last little pieces of wood trim and the little wood plate up front. Everything else me and Meg finished yesterday. Went to Harbor Freight and bought a belt sander. If you're into woodworking and you want to buy a fucking belt sander. Oh my God, it's my new favorite fucking thing. Go buy a belt sander. I bought the $110 one from Bauer at Harbor Freight. Go get that shit. Works like a charm. Costs $100. I bought it for $90. Thank you for the $20 off, Harbor Freight. This is not sponsored, but it could be. If you want to sponsor us, Harbor Freight, I love your shit. It's cheap. It works great. Anyways.
My last question I want to ask about this. Where are you putting it? Where is it going to live?
So then the next piece of it is I want to buy a writing desk, and I really want to buy a vintage chair too. And it'll live in the dining room right next to the window. So you know the dining room. To the left of the window, I think I'm gonna have.
If you've seen our short film on here, Attic Box, it's that dining room.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it'll live there right next to the window. My record player's in the room, so I could throw on a record and listen to some music. Have the natural light coming in. But
hell yes.
It is. That's
a great room to write, dude. It's a great room to write.
Apparently it is. It's bigger than you think it is. It's 2 feet wide and almost 2 feet deep. It's big.
Yeah, it did not look mobile, so I didn't know if you were going to like build a dedicated spot or like kind of have a thing where you can put it away and then whenever you're working you can pull it out.
Oh, it's going to be a statement piece. I spent too much time on that thing and tried to make it look I tried to make it look too good. I'm not saying it does look too good, but I'm trying to make it look too good for it to not be a thing that people see.
Well, then I guess I have a couple more questions. We can also talk about this off pod. Well, not saying to say it, but do you know the first project you're going to write on it?
So I've written half a script. I haven't finished. I have the outline written. We've talked about it a tiny bit. Did I tell you what the idea is?
We'll say it off pod.
Yeah. I wrote half a script before, like I had the software. I've spent like a couple months trying to get the software right. To get it to look exactly how I wanted it took literal months. Once I got that done, I was like, okay, no, I'm fucking doing this. Went and bought an old monitor. I did the whole 9 yards. So the first project will more than likely be finishing that script, which I haven't finished yet. I have the outline written. I just haven't like put to pen to paper on the script. I will probably finish that up for when I come and visit you soon. I'll be by the time.
Yeah,
I'll be a day away from flying up to see Spencer when this podcast releases.
We're gonna make a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah, so
we got a bunch of ideas.
So that script will kind of be for that more or less. It may or may not happen while I'm up there. That one specifically, but that'll probably be the first thing I like finish. But I have ideas. Sick. All of my ideas that I had in Google Keep, which is what I was using for my note and idea taking, I have moved all of them over there.
Rad. Awesome.
So now that the only purpose of that machine will be writing.
It's very exciting. That's super cool, man. You know me. I love writing. I really value the script and the screenwriting process, and I think that's where movies are made or killed in its first interpretation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they're made or killed in production, and they're made or killed in post production.
Yeah.
But it's getting the best script you can gives you the best possible path forward through those next two battlegrounds.
Yeah.
So super excited. I cannot wait to read that script. Anyway, you got TV shows to watch. You got movies to go see. You got some writing to do.
And shit to build, apparently.
Which is super fun. So you should go do those things. Or don't. I don't know. Live your life.